Hello, my name is Carol May Whittick, your creativity and spiritual life coach, and welcome to another episode of Higher Energetic Resonance Inspirations. This week I'm continuing to share things that have been inspirational to me, and this week I'm talking about a quote. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power and magic to it. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. And before going into this episode, let me share the ways that I can support you. Firstly, if you haven't already, please sign up for the mailing list so you'll get additional information about what I'm sharing in this podcast. And also, I'll keep you updated on some exclusives. Also, if you're someone that's always wanted to be heard in the world, whether that means your own podcast, social media content, public speaking, or simply showing up in your life, I've created Your Awakened Voice for you, and this is my course which uses my holistic approach, acknowledging the intricate connection between your physical body, mind and spirit. This course empowers you to discover and develop your voice. Or maybe you're ready to work with me on a closer one-to-one basis. If you know there's a purpose to your life, my purpose is to support you. In particular, I'm working with women over 40, helping you trust your intuition, rediscover your innate creativity, and use your decades of wisdom to design your purposeful life. All of the links are down in the show notes. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So this quote has been attributed to Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. I first encountered this quote because a friend wrote it to me in a birthday card, and this is going well over 25 years ago. And at that time, quotes were not so much a big thing. Remember, this was pre-internet, if you can imagine such a time. So for me, the only quotes that I'd ever known up until that point were Bible quotes or quotes from literature. So I was around 26 at the time, and I just moved to London, and I was working in retail. And I was really not sure how I was going to get started on my dreams. And I was probably complaining a lot, knowing me, about the fact that I was so far removed from where I wanted to go and not necessarily really enjoying retail. And in particular, that job, though I had a lot of clashes with many characters there, believe it or not. When my birthday came around, Nick, if you're listening, Nick, wrote this quote in my birthday card, and I'd never seen anything like it, and I thought it was so profound. Because where my mind was at the time, I was in this retail job, I was earning way less than I thought I was going to. I was getting used to the fact that London cost that much more than Birmingham, and I didn't know how I was going to get out or get started. And having had these dreams of a music career, and I'd been doing music when I was in Birmingham, I had support, but I also had negativity in equal measure. And then I'd moved to London with dreams of just stepping the whole thing up. So this quote, the immediate impact of this quote to me was like there was someone that recognized that I had ambitions and was just telling me to get started, as opposed to telling me all the reasons that I shouldn't be doing the things that I didn't. So I was grateful that, one, I had somebody that I'd met that just didn't mock my dreams and was prepared to find something that was encouraging and inspiring to me in this card. After being inspired by the quote, what I did is I started to take singing lessons, and at the time I found a singing teacher who had a roster of some pretty well-known singers. Because of his price at the time and because I was working in retail, I could only afford to do 30 minutes with him a week, but that was enough to get me started. And also I really got down to starting writing songs. And suddenly everything started to feel a little bit closer to me, even though I had, a long road ahead, but I knew I had to start. What I loved about the part where it said that boldness has genius, power and magic to it. Obviously, the genius side of things appealed to my ego. The idea that there was power and that there was magic to me taking these steps. I'd never heard anything expressed in that way before. And the boldness spread across my life in so many ways, including months later when I walked out of that job without another one to go to, because I knew that the environment that I was in was just not conducive to the person that I saw that I could be. And also I was being blocked on other opportunities as well. So, and it was a good move, because even though there was this, where am I going and why am I just walking out into the streets with nowhere to go and no idea of how I'm going to pay my rent, it meant that I actually found a job. I got told of an opportunity of working in a restaurant, which may not sound so great, but back then, I know it's very different in hospitality right now, I was earning very, very good money, very good money for a waitress. I always seemed to have like bundles of cash. And this then gave me the flexibility, because of the hours of the restaurant, for me to be able to then go to the studio and then also get CDs pressed up. Remember, this is pre-internet, pre-digital. And I also worked with a young photographer who took the pictures that I used for the CDs cover that I designed, and I've still got them somewhere. What I also got from the quote was that it was about taking steps in the right direction, and even though I didn't know where I was going or what I was doing, that I would be supported. And for some reason, I believed that that was true. The impact of those words was so transformative to me that I just took action on them, and stepping out and seeing no evidence that anything was going to come towards me. But being bold leads to unexpected opportunities and growth and success in your life. And these are things that you'll never encounter if you spend too long trying to figure it out before you even make the first move. And the magic is in the way that you're always met in ways that you cannot even imagine when you choose to walk forward. It's like you decide that you're going towards what you want, and it's like everything starts to come towards you and meets you halfway. And also going towards it, you'll start to learn the tools and gather the tools and the lessons that you'll need to get closer and get you there. And over the years, I've travelled, I've written for plays and products, I've met people who I otherwise would never have met, and had I have not chosen to go forward. And also on the way as well, it's not been smooth sailing. I've encountered multiple rejections, and in facing those, it's created within me a resilience and a self-belief that I couldn't shake, even when it looked like I should give up. And that was much to the annoyance of the people who were reminding me that I should be more practical and more realistic about what I was doing. And I never listened to them, thank goodness. So what are the key lessons that I learned from this quote? And the experience that it gave me. From that quote, I recognized that having ambition was not a unique thing, even though I'd been surrounded by people that just didn't have big dreams, which is why it felt so odd to me. But then now I was not crazy or stupid to want more than I had ever experienced. And now I know that this is the purpose of our experience, to create and to be more than we were and to leave more than we found. I was just constantly realizing that as I moved towards this ideal, and seeing that I was always met in miraculous ways, and it strengthened my curiosity and my spirituality. And then it opened me up to delve more and explore more into creativity and into my spirituality, which then has connected with my spirituality. And this has led me to the work that I do today in the creativity and spiritual life coaching, because I see how completely intertwined they are. I see how it all makes sense. And in taking those steps forward, it has led me to my life at this moment in time. And this is all about the power of starting. It's beginning now. It's all about the power of taking risks, believing in yourself, becoming bold. And if I can offer any encouragement for your empowerment, I would say embrace your dreams, take those steps forward. And in achieving those, you will discover your own genius, you will discover your own power, you'll see that there is magic available for you and for everyone. And if it feels too daunting, then Just set small, achievable goals, but start and maintain a positive mindset and look out for the ways that magic comes towards you, and just keep that vision in mind. Have confidence that the dreams you're being shown are to expand you and will expand you in ways that you can never know if you don't take a step towards them. Interestingly enough, years later, I wrote a song called Attraction, and part of the lyrics are, put your fears on hold, step up and be bold. So thank you for listening to another episode of Higher Energetic Resonance Inspirations. Thank you for tuning in with me. And I'd like to appeal to you, if you've been enjoying this series, to please leave a review and please share this with somebody that you think will be getting some value out of what I've been sharing with you today. If you want to find out more about me, my website is carolmaywhittick.com, carolmaywhittick.com. Find me on Instagram, Casmic, Cazmick. Find me on Facebook and LinkedIn, Carol May Whittick. So until the next episode, enjoy yourself, be inspired. Take care. Bye.